Hey guys, momentaijankguy here, bringing you a new deck profile. So it's going to be on the on the Shroudmon deck profile. So it's be a Postmon deck. And also I have not seen any at all. Shroudmon deck profiles like anywhere on YouTube. Like I literally can't find anything. I was trying to get ideas, maybe watching like Japanese players be playing this deck, but I feel like it's more of like a fun deck. Like it's a really big gimmick deck, and I haven't seen a lot. So hopefully anybody who's been looking for this profile, I hope you guys enjoy this. So let's get started. It is going to be on that video that I posted today for the versus video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed that. I think I uploaded 2 more videos. I'm trying to upload much more consistently. So for the egg, you're playing 4 BB-mon. Look at them, be so chunky. So when attacking, if you have 3 security cards, you gain 1 memory. So not 3 or more, not 3 or less, exactly 3. You get to gain 1 memory on the swing. Very nice card. Very old card. I think it's from like BT8, BT6, even older. And then we were playing 1 Upamon. If you have 3 or less security cards on the attack, you get to draw a card. Very, very nice. So you could swap the ratios around the guarantee to draw, but the memory gain, when it does come up, it's very, very nice. All right, so let's get started on the rookies. We are playing 12 rookies. I was messing around with the ratios a bit, and so I've been liking it where it's been right now. And so this deck does have a lot of colors, but the colors don't matter because they can give over everything. So we are playing, let me zoom in on this, there we go. We were playing 4 Pulsemon from this set, BT16. So Evil's over BB-mon for cost of 0, so that's why we're using the BB-mon. This can go on top of it for 0, so ignoring colors. So on play, you can reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 card that has Pulsemon in its text, and 1 that has Abidden Electronics from among them, which is the Tamer, and then you can add it to your hand. And all turns, while this Digimon has Pulsemon in its text, you get 1000 power. Very, very nice. Next, we are playing another old Postmon from BT6. It is the sort of the security fixer. If you ever want to get your security at a certain threshold for you, so you can get both sides of your effects. On play, you may trash cards on top of your security stack until there are 3 left, and then you gain 1 memory for each security card you trash. So it's very, very nice. Very situational, though. You don't always want to do this. And then during your turn, while you have exactly 3 security cards, you get jamming. Then we were playing 2 pals. This is just a Postmon. Even says right here on the bottom, also traded as Postmon. So overabsorb BB-mon for 0 as well. So the egg, yellow, green, doesn't matter. Well, it's yellow anyway, but still. So when attacking, by placing 1 level 4 card with Postmon in its text, and it has to be a level 4. It can't be level 4 lower, only level 4. Secret 4 trip part, which is why we're only running 2 of it. I was going to run 4, but I feel like 2 is a better number. So by placing 1 level 4 card with Pulse on its text from your hand, as this Digimon's bottom the Digivolution card, you can activate one of the when Digivolving effect on the of the card that you place underneath it. So it's very nice. You can make all your 4s go in a turn earlier and stuff like that. And then during your turn, if you have a Tamer, he gets an additional +3, so it becomes a 5k body that swings. So it's a very interesting card, but it's nice. And then we are playing 2 of the old, it used to be expensive way back in the day. It's the promo Postmon. So on play, if you have 3 security cards, you get to draw a card. If you have 3 or less security cards, you get to get a memory. But if you're at 3 security exactly, you get to draw a card and you get a memory. So very, very nice. Now we're gonna go on to the floor. So yeah, we're playing 12 rookies. So we're playing basically every new card that's in this set because the deck needs it because it has Postmon in the text. So we were playing 4 Runnermon. So it's a 4 cost, 4000 DP. So it's pretty weak. So when Digivolt's on top of Pulsemon for a cost of 2, which is every Pulsemon, so the colors the color doesn't matter. So on player when Digivolving, if you have 3 or more security cards, you get to suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. If you have 3 or less security cards, you get to gain 1 memory. And of course, if you're exactly at 3, you get both effects. And all turns, if it has Pulsemon in its text, it gets an additional 1000. So super, super nice. Then we are playing 4 Namikmon. This is probably the best level 4. Or I would say the second best card in the deck, just because it gives you protection of what you need, and it's not like a one-time use because you can keep like bringing it back out onto the field and just keep using it. So on play or when digivolving, if you have 3 more security cards until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your Digimon can't have its DP reduced and it cannot be digivolved. That is super strong. And if you have 3 or fewer security, one of your Digimon gains blocker and reboot to the end of the opponent's turn. And of course, if you're at 3, you get both effects. So the fact that you can get DP protection and you can't be digivolved is a very like insane effect. It's super strong. And same inherit as the other ones. If it has Pulsemon as text, you get an additional plus 1000. And then the only level 4 that we were playing that does not have Pulsemon in its text, but it still works in the deck because the both 5s evil on top of yellow is going to be 2 Pokemon. So this is like the promo one, or I think it's from like BT7. So during the opponent's turn, if you have 3 or more security cards, this Digimon gains blocker. That's the nice part about it. One, it's also a 4 cost like everything else. And it says if you have 3 or more security, so not less than 3 like some cards do. That's why I'm not playing the blocker Pokemon, because you need to have exactly 3 security, I believe. Or it could be wrong, quote me on the comments if I am. In order to be a blocker, this one says 3 or more, and it's much more manageable to do that. So we're just playing 10 level 4s. Now we're going to go on to the 5s. So Pokemon has a lot of good level 5s, but for this deck we are doing yellow purple, so we're going to be running 4 Tempomons. Tempomon is a very insane card. It is on player when digivolving. If you have 3 or more security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4000 DP till the end of their turn. Then if you have 3 or less security cards, one of their Digimon gains security attack minus 2 until the end of their turn. So you can use Tempomon to stall out the game, keep bringing it back to the field, stall it out. It's very nice. The inherit is end of attack. If the Digimon has Pulsemon in its text, you can trash top card of your security to unsuspend it. And so you get to control your security with the inherit. And it's a 6 cost, 6000 power. And so the Digivolve is Pulsemon in text for cost of 3. Like he doesn't have it, but he's yellow, so you match the correct colors for 3. And then for the MVP of the deck, I'm going to let you do a lot of shenanigans. It's going to be Shroudmon. This card is pretty insane. It is a Lady Dedimon, and it's recursion. It's just very good. So level 4 Pulsemon attacks, but I don't know if you can tell in the, or there we go. Yeah, it evolves over yellow or purple. So that's why we're also using the Pokemon. So it doesn't matter like which level 4 it is, it can go on top of it. But he is the only level 5 for Pulsemon in the line, in the set, that is not, he does not have it on play, and he's the only one with an odd power of 7000. So when digivolving, if you have 3 or more security cards, you get to draw 2 cards and trash 1 card in your hand. Usually you want to trash a Tempomon if you don't already have one in there, and I'll explain to you guys that why in just a bit. If you have 3 or fewer cards, you can play 1 Digimon card with Pulsemon in its text and 6000 DP or less in your trash without paying the cost. But at the end of the opponent's next turn, you have to delete it. So it's a very good card. This card is ridiculous. And so next we're going to go on to the boss monsters. So we're playing 4 Shroudmon, the MVP of the deck. He's the one that lets you survive a lot aside from Tempomon. So he evils for 5. That is his biggest flaw. Even over Pulsemon attacks, he evils for 5. So when digivolving and end of attack, if you have 3 or more security cards, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 7000 DP for the turn. So that's very nice. Kills most 5s. Not too many, but about a good chunk of them. And then if you have 3 or less security, you can delete one of your opponent's unsuspended. So if you're at 3 security exact, you can give something minus 7, hopefully it dies, and you can kill an unsuspended Digimon, which is super nice. And all turns, when this Digimon would leave the battle area by an opponent's effect, if you have 3 or more security cards, you can trash the top card of your security to prevent it from leaving, and it's not a once per turn effect. So let's say you just turbo those out and you're at 5 security and they try to like get rid of it somehow. You'd be like, nope, I'm going to trash that card of my security. It stays on the field. And on deletion, your recovery +1 until there are 3 cards in your security stack. So it's very nice. He allows you to just keep recycling your life, putting more stuff in there. And you may notice that the deck does filter a lot, and so you're gonna notice like whenever you recover, your deck is gonna go smaller and smaller and smaller. So yeah, and he's 13k base, which is super nice. And so the reason why we were doing the tempo climb online is because we are playing 2 Mastermons for DNA Digivolve. Hence why you want the tempo mod in the trash. That way you can jog risk into here. So we all know what Mastermon does, but for the new players who don't know and are new to the channel, welcome. So Mastermon DNAs from a level 5 yellow and purple Digimon. So when Digivolving, you place 1 yellow purple Digimon card from your trash on top of your security stack face down. But if you're DNA Digivolving, you can search your security stack for 1 level 5 or lower Digimon and play it onto the field. So you can play this, you can play a 4, play a 5, anything in the deck that isn't the 6. And what's the word? So you can like go into the 5 and then evil on top of the Shroudmon. That way you have 2 6s, which is super nice. And then next on to the Tamers, we were playing 4 Hacker Judge or Leon Alexander. He's a memory tamer. You can mind link with something that's Pokemon in its text, and it gains blocker and barrier. And then end of turn, you can unmind link it. And then we were playing 1 Ritsu Kodo. Whenever you play a Postmon, specifically Postmon, if you have 3 or more security, you can tap it to draw a card. But if you have 3 or less, you'll get a memory instead. But if you're exactly at 3, it will be both. Next, onto the options, we are playing 4 Thunder Flame Crusher. So this is the removal of the deck aside from the Shroudmon. So this one has the interesting effect if while you have a Digimon or Tamer with Pokemon in its text, you could ignore color requirements. So this card is usually always going to be live. And when this card would be used, you can trash cards from the top of your security stack until you have 3 left. And then you can reduce the cost of this option by 2 for each card you trash. So essentially this becomes a 2-cost option. Usually you can delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. Then if you have 2 or less security, this goes to the bottom of your security face down. And the security effect is one of your Digimon gets minus 15,000 DP. So it's a Wyvern's Breath. And then we were playing 3 trainings because it searches a good chunk of the deck except for mainly the 4s. 1 yellow memory boost just to dig even more into etc. plays. And the 1 calling from darkness because it can add back the 5s and the 6s back to our hands. And it's also a way how to pop Shroudmon if the opponents want to pop it. That way we can recover back to 3. Alright, but I hope you guys enjoyed it or fun, and I'll see you guys next time.